All right, so this is my digital story for issues in aging. This semester, we learned lots of different things from how to deal with elderly people, what they need, things like that. So, I have a few examples. One of the ones that really hit home for me was embracing age. A lot of times in our society, people say try to get away from aging, have all these creams, all these different ointments and stuff to try to stop yourself from aging the way you're supposed to. And it's actually really important to age gracefully because that is just a part of life. It's going to happen no matter what you do, no matter what surgeries you have. It's really important to embrace that, and it's not always easy to accept that, but it's not going to be easy every day, but it's just something that we have to be able to do. Another thing is trying to see things from their point of view. Our world is very into the new technologies, and a lot of times I don't even know how to use them, even though I've had the luxury of growing up with all this new technology. And it's important to think about how they really haven't grown up with this. It's really hard for them. They have to learn everything new, and it's very frustrating for them. And finding information on what therapist to go to, what doctor to see, where to go, it's really hard for them, and you have to be patient with that, and you have to help them out and do your best to explain it simply for them because it's a very complicated world we have going on here. Next is creating a safe environment. Dr. Fernando came in and talked to us about the interior architecture of nursing homes. And you don't really think about it when you go into a nursing home how important this is, but she made it very clear that it's important to have something simple, something that won't confuse the residents there. You want something like this. It's sunny, it's happy. You don't want one of them like a drab place, but you also want to keep it this kind of simple, easy to understand kind of thing. Not something crazy like this, even though it's very nice. We want to keep it nice and calm so that they are comfortable and aren't confused and don't put themselves in danger because of this. Another thing we talked about was Alzheimer's and how devastating it is to family members around them. It's very hard for them, it's very frustrating. And we watched a video that showed how many different levels there are, how there are people who are just completely out of it, the level where they just don't understand anything, and then there's that level where they know what's going to happen to them and they're fully aware, but it's just really scary. And you see how families really have to work hard to get through this kind of stuff, and it's really important to me because Alzheimer's is in my family history, and it's just very interesting to see how families deal with this kind of situation. Another thing that was kind of, in a way, kind of humorous to learn about was sexuality in the older population. Um, they, just like all of us, have these needs, and it's really important for them to keep up their relationship with their spouses. And um, it was just funny to read some of the stories in the book about how there were nurses that would help out couples like come together and do what they had to do, and it was just very interesting to me that they do have to do that too, and it makes sense. It really does. So how will this help me in my future? Patience is key, and that would seem very obvious, but you always have to make sure that when you enter a room, a patient's room, you have to be patient with them. Even if you're having a really crappy day, you need to be there for them because it's not their fault that you're having a crappy day. And, they kind of go off of your energy. If you're crabby, they're going to be crabby too. And it would just be this chain of emotions. Another thing is make sure that you are able to say things nicely, be nice, and this is a funny thing that I thought of. Um, they, they're people too. They want to be loved. You have to be patient. And how this is going to translate to my future career, I want to go into occupational therapy, and just like the geriatric world, they pediatrics are going to have the exact same things. You need to be patient, you need to understand what they need and what they want, and this is just a very good class for learning how to deal with patients and how to really put yourself in other people's shoes. So that is what I learned in Health Science 410, Issues in Aging. And that concludes my digital story. Thank you for watching. Bye!